Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Fabulous indeed. Now, for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, we have a beer sitting on the shelf over here. It's from Youngstown, Ohio. It's the Penguin City Light Beer. Oh, it's light, all right. It checks in at 4.1% alcohol by volume, and the IBUs are 28, baby. That's a light beer. I don't see a date stamp on the bottom, but light beers generally keep for at least a year. Now, I hope this is not a year old, but they generally keep for quite a while, as long as they're not near heat and humidity. Yeah, so when you bring it home, if you don't have room in the fridge, find a nice dark place in the closet and it'll keep a long time. We're going to use our traditional bow tie Pilsner glass here that I freshly washed out. Yeah, this was originally coined by Budweiser, the bow tie. Now that is a light beer. That is a super light beer. It's a little grainy and slightly sweet. Now, I didn't know it was going to pour out that kind of head, or I would have taken it easier. But it's all good because we're going to drink the beer. Remember, foam, or some people refer to it as head, it's beer. Eventually, it'll all condense. Now, that's got some crazy carbonation on it. I believe you can see that on the camera, even though this is my cheap Chromebook. Yeah. This Chromebook camera is all right. You just gotta get a lot of light in the room for it to work. With my other laptop, you didn't need this much light. So, yeah, that is a bright white head. Look at that thing. And that is some crazy carbonation, isn't it? I call that the devil carbonation. Yeah, that's coming straight up from you know where. Yeah, I used to say that about the Duvel beer. I said that's the Hades beer. Because that carbonation comes straight up in a swirl, doesn't it? If you've ever had a Duvel. A lot of people mispronounce it, say Duvel. Is definitely Duvel. Yeah. Like, what's the other beer everybody mispronounces? Hoegaarden. Hoegaarden. You go to the bar and everybody say, hey, give me a Hoegaarden. Give me a Hoegaarden. Crass. Very crass. That has some rocky head on it. I don't think, even if I put it against my shirt, yeah, you can see it there. That is some rocky head. This looks like a well-crafted beer. I'm going to go ahead and drink right through the foam. Before I do, I want to thank the brewers at Penguin City for all the hard work they do into brewing each and every batch. Thank you very much. Cheers to those brewers. Cheers to you at home. Get a mustache after that. I've already got one. Oh, now that hit the spot. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Very light, crisp, refreshing beer. When you think about beer after a hard day at work, this is what you would think of. Light-bodied. It's not going to weigh you down. You could drink several of these and not feel the effect, of course, unless you drink 5 in 5 minutes, and then that could be a problem. Slightly sweet. I'm talking about the slightest amount of sweetness. I've had many light beers that were much more sweet than this, and I thought they were decent. Oh, man. A little bit grainy, a little bit bready, but it's not off-putting in any way, shape, or form. Look at that head. Look at that. I don't know. Can you see that across my shirt right there? That is the sign of a well-crafted beer, because when you pour a macro lager beer, and I'm not going to name names here or companies, but you get that flat, fizzy head. This is anything but flat and fizzy. Yeah, I wish I could have you see it better, but it's got bubbles. It's got like mountains, hills, and valleys. That's the sign of a well-crafted beer. You just can't make that happen magically. It's got to be in the brewing process, and that carbonation is fabulous. Now, again, and I'm going to say I don't get any money for this. I don't get a dime. I'm talking about the plug for rivalrybrews.com. Rivalrybrews.com is a mail order establishment located in Medina, Ohio, and they will ship your beers out for a small fee. And I'm talking about a small fee as long as you buy 12 beers. Now, their individual cans may be a bit more than you'd pay at the store, but I'm betting that most people watching this video can't get those beers. I'm betting they can't. So, all right, you pay $4.59 for a 16-ounce can that's not available in your area. I believe that this was $2.99. Now, that's a lot for a 12-ounce can, but I don't see it around here. So, yeah, $2.99 to drink that is cool. I highly recommend this beer. If you can get it, pick it up. If you can't, try rivalrybrews.com. Maybe I should hook up with them and they can start paying me for my YouTube videos. I don't know. Hey, I tell you one thing, life is short. You got to be happy, whether that's drinking beer or doing something else that makes you happy. That's what you got to do today, because every day is not guaranteed, and I can tell you that for sure. Until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes, and as always, cheers.